Just 2 years ago, skipper Declan Rice led the Hammers to European glory. Since then though, it's been downhill for West Ham. Declan Rice left to join Arsenal, then over 100 million was then spent on improving the team, but it was to no avail as they sat Lopetegui last year, signed Potter, and after that West Ham only managed a 14th place finish in the Premier League. And to make matters worse, this year they've lost Kudus to Tottenham Hotspur. The future's not looking good for West Ham, but that is where I come in. As today, I am going to try and solve all of West Ham's problems by becoming their brand new manager. I'm going to completely restructure the entire team, try to get them back to winning ways, and eventually, if everything goes our way, make them the best team in the world. Right then guys, this is the team we've inherited at the end of last season, and overall it's not actually a bad team, is it? There's of course Tadibo, who signed permanently for them, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, they've got Jared Bowen of course. It however isn't exactly the youngest team in the world, is it? There's a fair amount of players above 30 years old. Now granted, 4 of these players are out of contract at the end of this season and aren't getting renewed, but there's of course one player in particular that the Hammers are going to miss next season, and that is of course Mohamed Kudus, who's recently just transferred to Tottenham Hotspur. And I've seen some West Ham fans say they're not going to miss him too much, but let's be honest guys, you definitely are. As aside from Jared Bowen getting 13 goals and 8 assists in 35 games, Kudus was the 3rd top goal contributor last year and brought so much quality to the team. But that's our job now, to try and find a replacement for him in this team. But it's like I've already said, I am going to completely restructure West Ham United and try to get them back to winning ways. Because I don't care what Potter's doing, I don't care what Lopetegui was doing, this formation right here just isn't going to fly with me. However, I'm going to leave all the nitty gritty stuff till next season when all of our signings have been made. That way I know exactly how to work the team around the current players we'll have. Right now though, in real life, all of these players are set to be sold. Not necessarily our right midfielder, Louise Gulham. I mean, I've put him on the loan list because I feel like we'll bring in a better winger than him, but I don't know just yet if this is going to be set in stone. But Thomas Souček is supposed to be reunited with Everton. Alvarez, Paqueta and Rodriguez are all set to be leaving. But once all of them are sold, with the money that we'll collectively get for all 4 of them, I'm telling you, we'll be able to do some damage with the Hammers next season. And this is what I'm talking about guys, we're at the start of season 2 and we've got all 4 of those players sold. Paqueta's gone for over 20 million, Alvarez for just under 15, Garo for 8.5, Souček for 14.5, and then of course the Brazilian youngster's gone out on loan for a couple of years. But this gives us a whopping 169 million. But unlike last year when they spent it and it didn't go too well, I'm going to make sure this money is very well spent. I mean, obviously I've already said we're not using this formation, so to be honest, it's kind of hard to map out how I want the team to look. However, there's something called transfer rumours that I can go off, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for this transfer window. So first things first, I'm going in for a brand new keeper, which is where Mads Hermansen comes in from Leicester City for 20 mil on the dot. And as you can see, he becomes our first choice keeper. He's 25, 79 overall, insane room for improvement as well. However, he has said his next move from Leicester City is going to be a stepping stone to a bigger club, so I don't actually expect him to stay all that long, but as long as we get a little bit of profit from him, I don't really care. Now though, we move up to the midfield, which is where we are stealing AC Milan's Yunus Musa for only 15 million. Yeah, I can't lie, that's a bargain, innit? I mean, just look at the state of this guy. He's pretty skillful, absolutely rapid with great physicality. I mean, I signed him as a centre mid, but I'm half tempted to shove him on the wing with that kind of pace. If we could defo get away with it, it'd take him a fortnight to become a right midfielder and only 4 weeks to become a right winger. Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. As for a centre mid partner, and he is definitely going to be a centre mid, Matheus Fernandes comes in from Southampton for 28 million. To be fair though, he could be an attacking midfielder himself. He's got great dribbling, good skill moves, a good weak foot. It'll take him 2 weeks to become a left midfielder, 2 weeks to become an attacking midfielder, and only 4 weeks to become a right winger. Well, at least we can say we're buying versatile players. It has to be said though, already I'm liking how this team's shaping up, but A, this isn't the formation we're rocking, and B, yeah, we're nowhere near done yet. As in real life, West Ham United are targeting the Gunners attacking midfielder Fabio Vieira, so I brought him in for 17.5 mil. And I think he's a quality signing, only 25, 80 rated, decent passing, not very skillful, not got a decent weak foot. But honestly, with him only being mid-20s, he's got a lot of room for improvement. However, our next and final signing is already established and on his way out, out of Roma, which is why for 52 million we have just signed Ukrainian striker Artem Dovbyk. I don't know, this is actually a game changer for the Hammers. He is genuinely such a well-rounded striker, not even 30 years old yet. Yeah, I'm very happy with this signing, but I think with the business we've done so far, that will be enough for season number 2. Now it's just a case of finding a way to put all these players in the team and making it work with the tactics and formation. Now guys, I'm going for something a little different. I don't know if it's going to work, but there's only one way to find out. We're going to use the 4-5-1 flat with a short passing build-up style and a 55 line height. But as you can see, when we're actually on the ball playing our football, it resembles more of a 4-3-3 holding formation, doesn't it? Now obviously Vieira's a little out of position right now, but it does say you can play as centre mid. So over the course of the season, that's exactly what we'll be training him to be. But right now guys, this is how we are looking going into our first proper season, technically season 2 of West Ham. And honestly, I couldn't be happier with it. We have quite literally got the perfect balance of quality everywhere in the team. But with the quality we actually have, we need to have a big season. Because if we don't, Dovbyk will be gone next year, so will Matías Fernandes, Aguard, Vieira. All the big players that we've just signed, they'll be scooting off. So at the very least, we need to be challenging for top 10 football. Ideally though, we need to be aiming for European football again. And well, I've got to say, these stats are far better than last year. Dovbyk got 23 goal contributions and 40 for himself, 12 and 6 for Jared Bowen, 9 and 3 for Matías Fernandes, 9 and 2 for Cornet. The progression is well on top of that. Looks pretty damn good. Except for Vieira, he took a huge hit in being a centre mid. I mean, to be fair, I did last minute change my mind about the formation. I wanted to try something new. I was initially going to go for the 4-3-3, but I always use that, so I figured, you know what, why not go for something different? Unfortunately, my mate Vieira paid the price for that. On paper though, this team looks incredibly solid. If we don't at least get top 10 football, I'm going to be very disappointed. And would you look at that? Top 8 football, 13 points more than last season. Ladies and gentlemen, we have taken this step in the right direction with the Hammers. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of progression still left to make, guys. We're a solid 11 points behind top 6 football, never mind top 4. But we're celebrating the dubs when they come, and this is huge. Surprise, surprise though, we're terrible domestically. Chelsea knocked us out in round 4 of the FA Cup, and Fulham knocked us out in round 4 of the Carabao Cup. Yeah, I haven't got high hopes for this. The thing is though, guys, despite us doing so well from last season to now, I do believe we got some bad news on the horizon. I feel like there's a chance we may lose Dovbyk. I feel like there's a chance we could lose Matías Fernandes, because let's be honest guys, those pair are too good not to be playing European football. And granted, we do have 7th place, which should get us Conference League, but honestly, with how lackadaisy this damn game is, I don't trust it. So next season, if we do get a big enough offer for either of these pair, I do feel like we'd have to accept it. Because let's be real, we sold 4 players for much less than what we get for these pair, and we did wonders with West Ham. So maybe if that happens, we can just repeat the process and get even better next season. And if you agree with that, you should leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're aiming for 100k before the end of the year, and with your help we can get to that. So here we are guys, we've just arrived into our 3rd year in charge of West Ham, and it is time for that final push to get top 6 football. And you may have just noticed that we're sort of without any goalkeepers, and yeah, that means we've been a bit raided. But not quite in the way that you lot might think. It's only Mads Manson, Areola and Irving that have left us. I mean, Mads Manson, I'm not actually shocked about in the slightest. I mean, in real life, he did say he was going to use the next club he plays for as a stepping stone to something better, so I kind of just let that happen. Here's what really surprised me though in this transfer window. Nobody, not a single team came in for Dovbyk. Nobody came in for Matías Fernandes. Nobody came in for Aguard. They kind of just left all of our best players alone, but believe me, I ain't complaining about that. Because we have a further 150 million to spend on this team. And given the fact we did far better last year than the previous, that means we can strive a little higher when it comes to the player quality that we bring in. So first things first, 30.5 mil was spent on Luis Jr. from Villarreal. Yeah, I don't quite know why there wasn't a cutscene for him, they just didn't have one, he went straight to the transfer. But he's 6'4", 25, 81 rated, and in my opinion he could become far better than Madsen Madsen ever could. A further 3.4 million was then spent on our second choice keeper, Mark Flecken. Yeah, he gets a cutscene, but he doesn't. Regardless though, he's almost in his mid-30s, he's 78 rated, he'll definitely do a job as a second choice. Now though, we have 76 million left to spend. And now it's time to go for the two big guns that I believe will take us from 7th in the Premier League to the top 6 with ease. The first one being Al Nassr centre-back Mohamed Simakan, who joins us for 42.4 million. He's a monster at 6'2" with 84 defending, 85 physicality, only mid-20s as well. And if you think he's good, wait till you see who our final signing is going to be, as 27 big ones are spent on Alias Ben Sagir, who joins us for the next 5 years. He comes in at only 21 years old, already 81 rated with a fantastic future ahead of him, but this does kind of put pressure on us to do well, otherwise next season he'll be gone. But honestly, with the progression of this team, with the improvements we've made to it this season, I think top 6 is in the bag. I mean, last year with a weaker team we got 7th place. With an improved side, surely logically you'd think we could do better. And good grief, look at the stats this year. 23 and 7 for Ben Sagir, 18 for Dovbyek, 11 and 3 for Jared Bowen. Progression wise, once again, oh my god, this is even better than last season. I mean, look at the team on paper, this is absolutely insane. Nah guys, forget top 6, we've got to skip straight past that and go for top 4. I genuinely can't believe this, we're 9th in the Premier League. What do we have to do? Bro, we were 2 points outside the top 6 and 6 points outside the top 4. This was the year, man. We had to do it this season. I will say this though, we had a better showing in the FA Cup. We made it to round 16, knocked out by Aston Villa. But we were ass in the Carabao Cup. The thing is though, next year we're going to have some problems. Because of the fact we finished 9th and we didn't win the FA or Carabao Cup, we ain't getting any European football next year at all. And that means, guys, some of our best players may genuinely go out through the door without even spending 12 months at West Ham. I mean, come on, look at Fernandes now, 87 rated at 22 years old. Ben Sagir, 22 years old, 86 rated. Dovbyek, 87 rated, approaching his 30s. I mean, he's about to hit his peak years, guys. He's not going to want to play for a team not playing at the top level. I've got a bad feeling next year we're going to have to rebuild once again. I've not got a problem with it. It's just a pain in the backside, selling and buying every time we make a little bit of progression. But hopefully next year is the last season we have to do it, because I'm absolutely aiming for European football, and not just any European competition, we're aiming for the UCL. Okay, it is time for the brand new season with West Ham, and as you can see from the team, we've got off quite lucky. In fact, we've only sold 2 players and neither of them we're going to miss. One of them is Corinthio Somerville, who's gone to Juve for 17 mil, and Fabio Vieira's actually gone to Tottenham for just under 30. He loves his London clubs, doesn't he? First Arsenal, then West Ham, then Spurs. But that has given us just under 150 mil to spend. And looking at the team, we need a new left back, we need a couple of better centre mids, but that's about it really. Everywhere else is grand. But obviously last year we finished 2 places lower than the previous, which will mean getting players to this team will be a little bit tricky, especially if the player quality we're going for was a little higher than last year too. However, when there's a will, there's a way, and the Scotsman Lewis Ferguson agrees as he joins us from Bologna for 35 million. And he's the perfect Fabio Vieira replacement. He's 27, 83 rated, but he's so well rounded it's unreal. And yes, you might have noticed I'm going for a little bit of a different midfield trio, but don't worry, I've got a plan for it. As a further 47.8 million was spent on Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Mikhail Joragizar. Yeah, I have butchered his name so badly there. However, he's only 23, just like Ferguson though, he's insanely well rounded. And hopefully with him being so young, he's got a bright future ahead of him too. And finally, for that left back role, Sergi Cardona joins us from RC Lens for 39.2 million. And that, guys, is our window done. However, as you can see, we've done exactly what we wanted to do. We've improved the defense, we've improved the midfield. Now we just need to tactically make this right. Because before, obviously, we were using the 4-5-1 in a 4-3-3 holding kind of way. This time, though, we're going for the 4-3-3 attack kind of way. Fernandes out of the 3 midfielders is the best attacker. We're going to have our inside forward staying put, our attacker up top staying put. It's just going to be a bit more of a balanced midfield this time. And I do believe, guys, with the quality we've got, we'll be able able to pull this off. And hopefully, fingers crossed at least, we can finally crack into European football again with the Hammers. We've finally bloody done it. We are 5th in the Prem. Nothing can take this away from us. We've got Europa League football next year. I mean, I'll be real, only goal difference separated us from the top 4. 3 points separates us from 3rd in the league. But you know what? That's next season's Premier League objective. It just amazes me how we can do so well in the Premier League but so terribly elsewhere. In the FA Cup, we only made it to round 3. But we've won the Carabao Cup! Oh my god, the curse is broken! This team has genuinely pulled off miracles this year, man. Top 6 in the Premier League, Carabao Cup winners. I'm so happy, man. We are finally making steady progress. And just look at the stats at the end of the season, man. 29-2 for Dovbia, 21-11 for Bentagia, 11-5 for Bowen, who, even though he is entering his 30s, there's not a chance in hell, even if this goes 10 seasons, I'm not replacing him. That guy is retiring at West Ham. And the thing is, we only need to replace Aguard next year and Wan-Bissaka, and we're good to go. Only because, though, Aguard's 32 years old now, and Wan-Bissaka is just the weakest link in the team. But I'm telling you, once we sort those two positions out, there's nothing stopping this team from A, getting European football in the Champions League next year, and B, winning the Europa outright. And let me tell you something, guys, as the new season begins with West Ham United, the centre-back we've just signed is genuinely world-class. As Gonçalo Inácio, the Portuguese centre-back from RB Leipzig, joins us for 80 million on the dot. He's rapid with fantastic defending and physicality, mid-20s still as well. But remember, whilst we did need a centre-back, we also need a right-back, don't we? That, though, is where Yan Couto comes in from Brighton for only 43 million. He's only 26 himself, already 84 overall. I mean, come on, he blows Wan-Bissaka out the water. And the thing is, guys, not only does our starting team look fantastic now, our bench actually doesn't look too bad either. The thing is, though, it's about to get even better, because I delved into that free agents list just to see who I could find, and I actually found striker Luka Jovic. I also found Kolos Soler, who rejoins the Hammers on a free, and I found a right midfielder called Alan Minde on a free also. And that, guys, I think will do, because with those 3 additions to that bench, it looks so much better now, which can only bode well for our chances in getting top 4 in the Prem and winning the Europa League. Which, let's be honest, when you look at the quality of the team, top 4 and winning the Europa League should be in the bag. Never mind top 4 though, West Ham are the best team in England. Oh boys, I'm so happy. We lost 3 games all year. Do you know how mad that is? 9 points clear, top of the table. We smashed it, guys. Champions League football is on its way to West Ham. Isn't it incredible though? We can win the Premier League outright, but we can't beat West Brom in the FA Cup semis. Like, how does that work? And QPR knocks out at the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we are moving swiftly on to the Europa. And it's where we comfortably qualify for the round of 16 in the league phase. And that's where we just about beat Freiburg 5-4, but we lose to Lazio 5-4 in the quarters. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that sucks. I really wanted to win the Europa. To be fair though, we have to look at the bigger picture. This West Ham United side are the best team in England. And hopefully next year we can take them one step further in making them the best team in the world. I mean, look at their stats, they're the best they've been so far. 32-5 for Dovbia, 21-7 for Bentagia, 20-18 for Matias Fernandez. Yeah, those 3 are just on a different planet right now. And I'm not being funny, if Barca are only just beating AC Milan to win the Champions League, then next season, if we make the correct signings in the correct places, we stand a fantastic chance of winning it ourselves. Here's the thing though, as we enter the new season with West Ham, and honestly it is definitely our biggest year yet with them, there's not really anything I want to do with the starting 11. I mean, for God's sake, we've just won the league, I'd be a nutter to mess around with it. The one thing we do however need this season is a second choice keeper, because Luis Jr. is actually the only keeper we've got on the team. I don't know how I'll let that happen, but it's a good job we caught it before the season started. But I'm not going for any second choice keeper. I want one who can do just as good a job as Luis Jr. can, which is where Joan Garcia comes in from Forest. He's 28 years old, 86 overall, and as you can see, dirt cheap as well. He's literally perfect. And just like that, 40 million is spent on Joan Garcia for a 4-year contract, which means our transfer window is now officially done. And so far this has been by a country mile our shortest transfer window. But now that we have our second choice keeper on the bench, I would say we are quite ready for the campaign staying ahead. I mean, I'm not being funny, these guys won the Premier League outright last year. I think we have a tremendous chance of winning the Champions League this season. Never mind the Champions League for a second though, we've gone back-to-back winning the Premier League. Granted, this time it was much closer, only 1 point separated ourselves from City, but you know what, 2 titles back-to-back? Yeah, I'll take that. We've also won the Community Shield, beating Burnley 3-1. Man City this time do win the FA Cup, but we've won the Carabao Cup again. So if I'm not mistaken, that's now 5 trophies in 6 seasons technically. And ladies and gents, it could be 6 in 6 as we've quite comfortably qualified for the round of 16 from the league phase of the UCL. And that's where we beat Dortmund quite comfortably. We've smashed Arsenal 4-2 and we smashed City 4-1. We're playing Barcelona in the final. Why is it always Barcelona lately, man? Can we not get another team in the final? Seriously. To be fair though, that's a much different Barca team than I'm used to. Omega up top, they got De Ligt, they got Kimmich, they got Caicedo. Yeah, it makes sense why they're in the final with us. To be fair though, when our boys are pulling numbers like this, I mean 41 and 2 for Dopiet, 21 and 13 for Benzaguia, 18 and 20 for Fernandez, 15 and 8 for bloody Jared Bowen, I'm not too worried in the slightest. And on paper guys, the team's just even better. In my opinion, we've by far got the strongest team in the world right now. And we have a chance to prove that in the next 90 minutes. We're already the Premier League champions, FA Community Shield winners and Carabao Cup winners. We just need to win the Champions League to crown it all off. I will say though, going into this game, even though we're playing the 4-5-1 in like a 4-3-3 attack, I'm a bit nervous because I've never actually used the 4-5-1, but look at this. No, oh, what a... Bro, that is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. I might actually miss this on purpose because that just wasn't a penalty. I mean, then again, I could be wrong. Let's look at the replay. De Ligt. Yeah, nah, that's a sham, man. I'm going to miss it. I just can't, in good conscience, score that when it is quite clearly a great challenge. I don't know whether you guys will like me doing that or not, but honestly, like, it's just the right thing to do. Here comes Lamine Yamal. He's bushing down the right-hand side. We may rue the idea of missing that penalty. Good tackle, though. Okay, this is nice. Benzaguia has just got on the end of the ball. Oh, this is beautiful. This could be beautiful. Oh, get you knocking on it. Come on, lad. Okay, we have a chance here to make something happen. Can we get Benzaguia on the ball? Yes, we can. Okay, back post. That's a gorgeous ball. Oh, Jared Bowen's just not bloody tall enough. Ferguson now on the ball. We can make something. Oh, this is beautiful. This is... Oh, bloody hell, Dopiek. It was literally on a platter. Just go for it. I mean, Yamal, though, right side of the pitch, trying to cause some trouble. Beautifully defended. Taken care of. Lovely stuff there. Bowen, though, on the right side of the pitch. He's got the pace. We've trained his pace up since season 1. Oh, look at him go. Oh my, oh, just who we wanted on the end of that. 35 minutes in, Jared Bowen makes it 1-0. Is that a chef's kiss goal though? I don't quite think it is. But man, it's not a bad one. He takes everybody up via his pace and his weak foot. Lovely stuff. That is the goal we were after. It took us a little longer than I thought it would, but we got it nonetheless. And you know what? If we play our cards right, we may just get a second here. It's Jared Bowen. He's doing bits on this right hand side. Okay. Oh, he's offside. Why did I do that? Gotta say, I'm liking this 4-5-1 though. It kind of floods the midfield, but all in the right places, if that makes any sort of sense. It may just be my new favourite formation to use, to be fair. As Leao was on the ball on the right. Oh, bro. Jan Couto is just a demon on the bloody ball. And here he is once again push. Look how quick he is, man. Okay, okay. I see that. Dopiet. Oh, he's offside. Oh, but we got a free kick from that anyways. Okay, I'll take that. Simakan. Go on. Oh, bloody well, I wasted that, didn't I? Ferguson on the ball. He's found Bowen. Okay, I'll tell you what, Barca are doing a really good job of right now, like surrounding our players. But we do have a bit of room here. Okay, take the that's what I mean, man. They're surrounding us. Ferguson, though. Okay, Jared Bowen, I see you. Get on the end of that. You know you can get... Oh, come on, lad. I mean, I know you're like 33 years old now, but you still got a bit of freaking pace to you. Omega on the ball. The 6'4" monster. We all know how good he is from previous videos. I don't like this at all. Good save. It genuinely feels like time's getting slower in this half because we're on the back foot now. I don't like it in the slightest, but hang on. Good collection keeper. Could be on for something decent here. Couto is on the overlap. Okay, if we can cut this inside. Oh, we've done it. We've done it. Jan Couto, he's cutting inside. He's going to use his pace. Bro, Jan Couto could score it. Oh my god, Jan Couto is actually disgusting on this game. I mean, what a goal that was. Is that worthy of a chef's kiss? Mwah! Yes, it is. Look at this. He literally takes out Barcelona's entire defence and rocks it top left bins. That is the cushion we were after, guys. We can take our foot off the gas a little bit now and just coast it. Truffert, though, is on the ball. He's whipped one in back post. Oh, good. Oh, no. Oh, come on. How have we not got this clear yet? No, I don't want this to be the way we can... Bro, why can't we get this clear? Just get the goddamn ball away, for goodness sake. Thank you. And we've got it clear. Bowen may just be on for his brace. Truffett's in chase. Everybody's in chase. But Bowen... Oh, it's a great save. Leo, though, is on the ball. He's trying to whip it in. The cross. Nobody there to see through. I think this is going to be one of the last kicks of the game. There it is. Premier League champions, FA Community Shield winners, Carabao Cup winners, and now Champions League winners all in the same season. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. You know what? I've loved every single part about this. We've actually done things so differently, and it has worked exactly how I wanted it to. We used the 4-5-1, and because of the tactical changes, we used it in so many variations. And quite honestly, everything worked out spot on. I know I've said that twice, but the statement stands. I mean, in the last 2 years alone, we have won 6 trophies. Let that sink in. Most notably, 2 Carabao Cups. We have won 2 Premier League titles, and now for the first time with West Ham, the Champions League is ours. And we got Jared Bowen lifting it. I'm buzzing with that. That does mean, though, my mission is complete. If you've enjoyed this video, would like to see more content like this in the future, drop it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you're new. Once again, I'm shattered, so I'm gonna have a kit, but in the meantime, if you want to watch another video, click here and watch this.